Good evening. So we made a trade back. It was obviously it was too good an opportunity. It added too much value, and we felt very comfortable with where our board was, and we felt comfortable with who would be there, who would be available in that slot. So we made it. We did it. So we added a 1 and a 4 1 and a 5 next year and a 4 this year, or vice versa, and got some ammunition for next, another pick for this year and 2 more for next year. So we're very pleased we were able to make the trade. As far as Kadarius is concerned, he is, one of the off-season goals was to add weapons on offense. And Kadarius certainly, he's a good-sized kid. He's strong. He can run. He catches the ball well. And he's a very tough kid, and he's got return skills. So we were thrilled that he was there for us at that spot. So that's where we're at. Questions?
Zach Rosenblatt, NJ.com.
Hey, Dave. I was wondering how surprised were you by the Eagles making a trade with the Cowboys to get ahead of you? I know you mentioned like division teams don't really trade with each other usually. And then how much did that, the way they went up and got Devontae Smith, how much did that influence your decision to move back as well?
Well, that was part of it. Howie, Howie's not afraid to trade with anybody. I had a conversation with him earlier in the week, and he said, Dave, do you have any problems trading with me? I said, no. It works for both of us. It works for both of us. So they made the trade, and we decided to trade back at that point.
Matt Lombardo, fan-sided.
Hey, Dave, how much stronger do you guys view next year's class compared to this one? And how important was it for you to get that additional first-round pick next year?
It was very important. It was very important to get the first-round pick next year. As I told you guys at my pre-draft presser, there's a lot of unknowns here with this group. And, so we just, we feel, and plus a lot of kids went back and took advantage of the NCAA giving them an additional year of eligibility. So, that obviously laid into our thinking.
Dan Duggan, The Athletic.
Hey, Dave, can you explain how things worked with Chicago? Like, was that something that had been in the works, and how did it work when you guys were actually on the clock?
Well, what happened, Dan, was, we had called around, and, you do that calling it and whatever. And I had spoken to Ryan Pace, and, I had heard he was interested in moving up. So I called him when I spoke to him. He said, yes, we're very interested. And then the conversations begin, and I spoke to Ryan today before the draft, and I spoke to him again. He called me again, I think somewhere around the 7th pick, somewhere in there. And then we got on the clock, and from there, Kevin Abrams took over and finished off the trade.
Nice.
Okay.
Tom Canavan, AP.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Good, Tom. How are you?
Good. How close was your group at 20? I mean, was it an obvious choice, or were there like 3 guys or 4 guys, or what?
No, he was the next guy up for us. He was the next guy.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yep.
Paul Schwartz, New York Post.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good. Obviously, if there were other people available at 11, you would not have made the trade, So as the picks are coming off the board 1 through 10, first of all, did the fact that there were only 3 quarterbacks taken kind of, force your hand here a little bit? And is it a little bit disarming when you see 2 cornerbacks you like come off the board, 2 Alabama receivers come off the board, and you kind of, you're thinking, I'm going to get this guy, I'm going to get this guy, I'm going to get this guy. And then you realize I'm not getting any of them. We got to pivot to plan B here.
Well, we had done, Paul, we had really talked this through. We had me, Joe, Chris Pettit, who's going to be up here, John Merritt, Chris Merritt, Tim McDonald, Kevin Abrams, and Mark Collins. We had all discussed thoroughly, really looked at our board. We had a lengthy meeting on Monday, and then we followed it up with another meeting on Wednesday. And so we really, we knew what we wanted. We knew where we wanted to go, and we knew at which point, we would consider a trade back, and that's where you get the other piece of it, where we're calling teams behind us. So, we had thoroughly, and then we met again at 6:00 tonight, to just constantly review and talk it through. And, it was a great group effort. And we all felt very, we all felt very together on the decision. And we made it.
Real quick, do you think Toney is a step down from that cluster of the Alabama receivers, or is he close? Is he the closest thing to Waddle, maybe?
We're thrilled to have him. We're thrilled to have Kadarius Toney. Okay. He's a big kid. He's a good sized kid who can fly. He's got great run. He's got good, really good hands. He's got great run after catch skills. We're thrilled to have him.
Last one here, Pat Leonard, Daily News.
Dave, 2 quick ones, I promise. Number
You
one.
promised?
Well, you didn't trade me, so I appreciate it.
Your wife wanted me to, though.
Number one, when a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers is pressuring his team to trade him, do you call over to a team like that and just say, what's going on here, just as due diligence?
No, it's none of my business. Very frankly, we've told you guys over and over and over again, we believe in Daniel.
Got it.
And it would have cost them, it's going to cost a mother load for anybody to get him. And
Okay,
by the
and
way,
then-
he's 37 years old. So anyhow, go ahead.
Right. Okay, thanks. And then the other one is, were you surprised by the Eagles moving up ahead of you, but not only moving up ahead of you, but with the Cowboys? It just seems like it's rare in division like that, and them going for a receiver and taking one right there.
I think I said it earlier, Howie's not afraid to trade with people in the division. Howie called me and I told him, I said, yeah, I got no problem trading with you. It's a business deal. It's what it is. It's a business deal. And one hand washes the other. So obviously Dallas was happy with their return. And, so they made the trade with Philly. It's not a big deal.